top story today, Canadian tourist gets his thumb stuck in the wall of the Hagia Sophia. According to local legend, inserting one's thumb into this hole of the Hagia Sophia and turning the hand counterclockwise boosts fertility. Eric Hurst, Canadian tourist, was testing this folk. Instead, he got his thumb stuck in the wall. Officials say it could take days to release his finger.
The Turkish automotive industry is energizing towards a new electric sports car on the e-Tax line. Currently in Turkey, only a quarter of the households own automobiles, so auto companies are expecting growth in the near future. However, consumers in Turkey are hesitant to purchase new automobiles because there's a 60 to 100% tax on new automobiles. However, trade with the rest of Europe is going strong, so these auto companies plan to sell these vehicles in France and other parts of the EU. The electric car is a new development by Erkan Melkak. One battery can be charged for just $10 or 16 Turkish lira and can last for 250 kilometers. The company plans to export these cars to the EU starting this year. Now we go to Nomso in the field. Go ahead, Nomso.
The most popular sports in Turkish football. Turkey's top teams include Galatasaray, Fenerbahce and Beşiktaş, with all three teams based in Istanbul. With 30 more games to go in the current season, Trabzonspor, which is a team located in the town of Trabzon, is the top of the Turkish league, 3 points ahead of its closest rival, Bursaspor. In 2000, Galatasaray cemented its role as a major European club, winning the UEFA Cup and the UEFA Super Cup. 2 years later, the Turkish national team finished third in the 2002 World Cup finals in Japan and South Korea, while in 2008, the national team reached the semi-finals of the UEFA Euro 2008 competition. Most teams will tell you when playing any Turkish team, it feels like they have an extra player on the pitch, the fans. Let me show you a clip from the archives.
For our traffic report today, there is a lot of congestion over the Bosphorus Bridge. If you're looking to get from Taksim to the Old City, expect delays anywhere from 30 minutes to 3 hours. Watch for a large number of fishermen on the Galata Bridge.
Laws banning headscarves in various settings have caused tension in Turkey for many years. Despite all the tension, recent survey shows that the headscarf issue is purely political and has no real foundation in society. The Council of State does not permit the wearing of headscarves during the academic graduate exam. Late last January, Turkey's top education board objected to this decision, claiming that faces were sufficient to determine physical identification. Contrary to recent rumors, Turkish airline hostesses are still not allowed to wear headscarves while on the job. Recently, the Prime Minister's wife was not permitted to enter a local hospital while on an official tour because she was wearing a headscarf. A message from our sponsor.
Our 300-year-old Turkish bath is on the list of 1,000 places you should see before you die. Be given small cloth to put on as you lie on hot stones heated by the finest olive pits in all of Turkey, serving men
and women,
and only €40 to get yourself lathered, rubbed, rinsed, and slapped by a large Turkish man
or woman.
Turkey's ruling party, AKP, played a big role in supporting and mobilizing people during the recent Egyptian revolution and ended in the overthrow of the dictator, Hosni Mubarak. The mood in the Turkish streets is very jubilant over the news pouring in from Egypt right now. Besides Turkey's support for dictator's overthrow, in the more exciting recent political news, PM Erdogan's wife, Emin's headscarf, started a full-fledged fist fight between the deputies of the ruling and opposition parties in parliament. Erdogan said his wife Emin had wanted to visit actor Nejat in the hospital, but hospital officials said they could not allow Erdogan's wife because she wore a headscarf. During the parliamentary session Tuesday, opposition party deputy Dermuz said in a sarcastic tone, "It is the nasty white-collar doctors who did not allow her to come to the hospital. How did you not let the wife of the prime minister, who is regarded as the prophet, to come into the hospital?" Dermuz's words drew a fierce reaction from AKP deputies, including Erdogan. leading to a full-fledged fistfight between AKP and MHP deputies. Most of the fistfights are normally started over economic talks, and to talk about economy, I turn to Bikram.
Banking, actually, Omer. In fact, Turkey's banking sector had a brilliant 2010 reflected by the high profits of Turkish banks. 4 banks released separate statements reporting their earnings, with profits ranging between 41% and 21%, except for Akbank, which surprised economists with a profit slightly under analyst expectations. Economists estimate that over the next decade, as prospects for economic growth lure investors, Turkish stocks will probably outperform government bonds. They also purport that Turkey is a high-growth country with a young population, and the stock market may fall in a year occasionally, but its 10-year trend is always positive. Turkey's economy, which is a mix of modern industry and commerce, along with the traditional agriculture sector, has a robust and ever-developing private sector, and the state is a major contributor to industry, banking, and transport, and communication. The Istanbul Stock Exchange is taking steps to become a corporation this year. The move paves the way for potential sales. Hüseyin Erkan, chairman of the exchange, mentioned that he hopes to see progress this year, at least with regard to laws or the regulations. A potential sale of the bourse would be decided after it becomes a company and is up to new administration to be established after incorporation. Stay classy, Turkey.
So Omer, tell me again why Turkey has not yet joined the European Union.
I think one of the reasons for that is the unemployment rates, the current unemployment rates in Turkey compared to the unemployment rates in European Union. One of the reasons that European Union does not want Turkey to join them is because of high unemployment rate, whereas the current unemployment rate in Turkey is a lot lower than most of the European countries that are part of EU right now.
Is there some concern of the obtaining the euro as well? Because Greece and some other countries in the European Union have brought the euro value down. Is Turkey concerned about that?
Definitely these days, because there are talks about some of the countries that are currently using euro of not using euro anymore. So that is one of their concerns too, that euro is not as strong as it was initially. So Turkey is, there are two schools of thoughts. One still very strongly wants to join the European Union, while there is a second school of thought which is growing at this time that thinks that it may not be a very good idea for Turkey.
Excellent. Thank you, Omer.
You're welcome.